Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ryan. I don't usually like to film while I'm driving, actually never, but my appointment is at 8 a.m. and I just dropped the kids off at school and I'm in school traffic, so I don't know how much time I'll have to film before I go in the office. It has been a little bit of a rough morning for me. Normally mornings are pretty good as far as nausea goes, but this morning I'm feeling really bad. I couldn't even hardly speak while the kids were in the car on the way to school. I just felt so sick to my stomach. I'm feeling a little bit better right now. It's because I keep drinking my ice water. So every morning I have a small cup of coffee, and I didn't even drink that this morning because I was so sick to my stomach. And that is extremely strange because I like to have my cup of coffee when I'm in the car taking the kids to school. Excuse me. So anyway, if you're new here, I have had 4 losses. My husband and I decided to have a baby almost 3 years ago, and I'm 42 years old. Everything is going good so far. I am 11 weeks and 5 days today. I am headed to my first OB appointment. I'm not really sure exactly what she's going to do today. I'm seeing the nurse practitioner, who I love. I think she's probably going to do a full exam and definitely listen to the heartbeat. I'm hoping they do the NIPT, my blood draw, to check for the risk of, you know, genetic abnormalities or chromosomal disorders. With my age, since I'm 42, the risk for Down syndrome or other disorders, that risk increases significantly with age. So that's definitely one thing that I'm really worried about. So I just want to get that test done. I think that's about it. I'll try to record her getting the heartbeat in the office. You know, even though I've already heard the heartbeat and I have my Doppler at home, there's still a level of anxiety before you go to the doctor, and you know, that fear that something's gonna be wrong. Hoping everything is good, and I will check in with you after the appointment. Okay guys, it is now 9:35. I was in there for a while and I'm feeling a little weak right now because she had to stick me twice for my blood draw because she forgot to do a tube. But it's okay because I can barely feel when she sticks me. She's such a good lab tech. So anyway, when they called me back, I had to go pee in a cup, and then they went over all the medicines I'm taking and if my history changed any. They took my weight, and I do not like the doctor's office scale because it's like 5 pounds heavier than my scale at home. She did a pap smear and said my cervix looks good. We listened to the heartbeat and it was 163. Perfect. She said that for my nausea, I can take Unisom and B6, I think, twice a day, so I'm gonna have to look into that. She also told me that I cannot get a steroid shot, which I'm super upset about because my shoulder is in really bad shape right now. I'm having trouble getting my shirt off. I'm like, when I wipe off the counters or anything like that, it's just so painful. I have to do everything with my left arm. So I'm gonna have to do more physical therapy or something. She did suggest some patches. I'll have to go to the pharmacy and look for those. She said they're over the counter and I can do that, so maybe that'll help, and then use my heating pad. She sent a referral. I have to go see maternal fetal medicine because of my age. I'll get an appointment with them, and I'll probably have an ultrasound with them before I have one again at my doctor's office. I think the one at my doctor's office won't be until like 20 weeks. She said because of my age, I'm at really high risk for preterm labor, and she said don't be surprised if she tells me to not exercise and be on pelvic rest. She said, but right now I'm okay. And y'all, I was a little embarrassed because when I got in there and I laid back and she was pushing on my belly, it was like making me feel so much more sick than I already do. And she had to go get me a Sprite and some peanut butter crackers because I felt so sick. She takes care of me. I just love her so much. So I had to go back out in the waiting room and wait a while for the lab draw. And when I was walking back into the lab room, everybody was banging on the windows because they were in their offices, and they saw me walking by, the ultrasound tech who did my ultrasounds, and then a couple of my doctor's nurses. They were all waving really big and super happy to see me, so it just makes me feel really good. I just love going to my office. It makes me feel good. She drew like 8 tubes of blood for my NIPT for, I think it's called maternity test or something like that. I don't know. My nurse practitioner said it would take like 10 to 12 days to get back, but the lab tech said it sometimes only takes 5 to 10. So I'll be waiting on that. I know that the sex of the baby is going to be on there, so I really don't want to see that. And I also, when the doctor's office calls me, I'm going to have to say, no, I don't want to know the sex. I don't want to know the sex. So I'm really wanting to get those test results back to see how high the risk is for the chromosomal abnormalities and all that. But overall, it was a really good appointment. It was a really long appointment, but that's okay. And I'll go back to see her on, let me look at my calendar, in 4 weeks. It's a little less than 4 weeks, on December 12th. So, you guys take care, and I will see you soon.